Lakewood police and the medical examiner arrived at Western State Hospital after construction workers found a man dead Monday morning. The man had been missing from the hospital overnight. He'd been on an authorized leave on Sunday and didn't come back on time. Sources say a massive search turned up nothing until his body was found in the construction zone. A source familiar with the hospital sent us this picture that shows a clear gap in the gate, a gap that appears to have been closed in recent days. Western State has faced scrutiny in the past. In 2018, the hospital lost federal Medicaid certification after inspectors cited deficiencies in health, safety, and facility conditions, costing the state about $53 million a year in federal funding.
Part of it is that this is an aging facility. It's an over 147-year-old hospital in some of the buildings.
Clark Construction is the general contractor on the project. Crews are currently working on a new $1 billion hospital facility, a project that broke ground in October of 2024. The company did not return a request for comment. A spokesperson for the Washington State Department of Social and Health Services tells King 5 the hospital is in touch with the patient's family and says the death remains under investigation. The construction site was up and running today. You can see there's this fencing that goes across the entire project. We're at one of the checkpoints here that vehicles have to go through. So a big part of this investigation will be figuring out how a patient was able to access this facility overnight. Joyce, Greg, back to you.
And you mentioned the hospital says that the patient was on leave. So what do we know about that?
Yeah, Joyce, that's actually not that unusual. It is kind of a tiered system of leave, and this was a court-approved, unsupervised partial leave from the facility. But the big red flag was when the patient didn't show up for their required time. Yeah. Joyce?
At Western State tonight. Sebastian, thank you. If you or someone you know is in crisis and in need of help, the National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is available 24 hours a day. All you have to do is call or text 988.